Good morning, grade 1 and 2s. Let's do some memory work. Let's start with our memory verse for the term. Proverbs 3, verse 5 and 6. Okay, let's say it together. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make straight your paths. Proverbs 3, verse 5 and 6. Great, did you get that? Are you practicing every day? Okay, our catechism question for this term, for this week, we're working on this question 8. I think for the whole term, it's quite a long one. What is the law of God stated in the 10 commandments? We know the first 3, let's learn the 4th one today. The first 3. You shall have no other gods before me. You shall not make for yourself an idol. You shall not misuse the name of the Lord your God. And the one we're going to learn this week is, remember the Sabbath day by keeping it holy. Okay, that just means remember that when God created the world, he made it in 6 days, and on the 7th day he rested. He didn't rest because he was tired. God doesn't get tired. He rested because he was enjoying his creation, and he created a pattern for us. I'm sure you've noticed that you get tired of doing schoolwork sometimes and you need to take a break. That's how we were made. We need to work hard. God created us to work hard and to enjoy our work, and then we need to take a break. So it's not that you aren't allowed to work on Sunday. You need to think of it like you get to not have to do work on one day of the week. Most of the time it's Sunday. We take a break. We remember the day by keeping it holy, and we worship God at church or by singing or resting, enjoying his creation outside. I like to bake on Sundays because that's my hobby. Remember, we live after Jesus came. So it's not that keeping these commandments saves us and gets us to heaven. No, Jesus got us to heaven. We keep these commandments, we do what God says because it brings him glory and it's good for us. It's good for us to take time to rest. So let's say that together. Remember the Sabbath day by keeping it holy. You try? Very good. Now let's say the first 4 all together. What is the law of God stated in the 10 commandments? You shall have no other gods before me. You shall not make for yourself an idol. You shall not misuse the name of the Lord your God. Remember the Sabbath day by keeping it holy. Very good. Okay. Now we're going to learn out the second verse of our poem. We've taken a long time with the first verse, so that I hope that you know it now. Let me read it for you. You say it with me. Pretty Cow by Jane Taylor. Thank you, pretty cow that made pleasant milk to soak my bread, every day and every night, warm and fresh and sweet and white. And now this week we're learning verse 2. Do not chew the hemlock rank, growing on the weedy bank, but the yellow cowslip eat, that will make it very sweet. Remember, she wants nice sweet milk, so she says, don't go and chew the hemlock, please go and eat the cowslip. That's going to make sweet milk for us to drink. Okay, let's try it line by line. I'll say it, you repeat it. Do not chew the hemlock rank, growing on the weedy bank, but the yellow cowslip eat, that will make it very sweet. Great, let's say the whole of verse 2 together. Do not chew the hemlock rank, growing on the weedy bank, but the yellow cowslip eat, that will make it very sweet. Okay, you've got to try and practice that every day so that when we get back to school you can say it to me and I'm going to be so proud of you. Then we've been learning Amazing Grace. We've done verse 1 and today we're going to do verse 2. Verse 1, Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found, was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear. Repeat that one. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. That's quite a big word, relieved. Okay, let's say that together. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. I'm not afraid anymore because of grace. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. Great, let's say verse 1 and 2 together. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found, was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. Very good. It's hard to say it and not sing it because I know the song so well. And one of these days I'm going to be brave and sing it with you, or maybe I'm going to get Uncle Grant to sing it for you. Okay. Have a lovely week, grade 1s and 2s. I miss you all and I can't wait to see you.